Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. I've made a new pick a card read for you this time. It's a full Celtic cross love spread. Now, as always, I've done 3 readings, the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Each one of them has got an extended reading, a deeper dive to it. In that deeper dive, I will reveal the outcome cards from this Celtic cross spread. And I'll also go into more guidance for you. So guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Is there another approach to take? Do you need to heal something and let something go? Do you need to see things in a different light? Or is there some action that you need to take? Some guidance for you in this relationship. So what you need to know about yourself, what you need to know about them, possible dynamics, how to make it work really well, and also how this might all play out, along with possible timelines for that. So if you're interested in that deeper dive, if you're connecting with these readings as you're watching them, toward the end of it, you'll see a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below as well, where you can also find your timestamps to jump ahead to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Now this is a timeless reading as well, so whenever you get into it is good to go. Do you want the crystal? This is Amazonite, and that's with the Starchild Tarot. Would you like the flower? And that's with the Light Seers Tarot. Or would you like the shell? And that's with the Muse Tarot here. So use your intuition, take your pick. Don't forget to click like on this video down there as well while you're watching. Leave a comment as well, how you're resonating with it. Really helps my channel out. Thank you to all of my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. You're all very much appreciated. And if you're not a subscriber already, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do a daily energy update for the collective every single day of the year. I do 3 of these pick a card reads, love readings a week, and I also go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I do general channeling for the collective, but I also give mini reads in there. So if you've got a burning question for your higher self, if you want a definitive answer about something in your life, if you want some guidance about a particular area of your life or a particular relationship in your life, come along in there. It's by donation for those mini reads. We'd love to see you. You can see that show in waiting on my YouTube channel. If you go directly to my YouTube channel, you'll see it there at the top, and it's got a little button on it, I think, that notifies you or gives you a reminder when I go live as well. So click that button and come along. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in your reading. So if you chose the crystal, let's do this Love Tarot full Celtic cross spread here with the Starchild Tarot by, I don't know who it's by, it hasn't got the name on it, but Starchild Tarot. I'm also going to pull out some bonus love cards as well, so stick around till the end of this reading. Now, as always, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this as well, an extended reading to go with this. So this is going to be full Celtic cross spread, but I'm not going to reveal the outcome cards until that deeper dive read. And I'll also, in the deeper dive read, go into much more detail, giving you guidance on the situation you find yourself in right now. Whether you need how to deal with this, if there's some action that you need to take, any of all of that. And also guidance for you in this relationship. What do you need to know about them? What do you need to know about yourself? Possible dynamics, how to make it work really well. Also, how this might all play out along with possible timelines. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, you'll find a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's find out what this reading is all about with these first cards. Got a few out. So this reading, wow, you got 4 out. This reading is all about the 2 of Wands. It's about a choice that you need to make, about action that you need to take. So you've got a choice at the moment, 10 of Wands, but they've got burdens. You've got burdens right now. Or that choice is causing a burden on you. The Hierophant, it's about locking something in. It's about a commitment. Are you committed to something or not? And the 4 of Crystals, about holding your energy back. So it feels to me like you've got a choice to make in love at the moment. And it feels like you're not quite ready to make it. This has got the kind of the 2 of Swords kind of a feeling. But I'm not sure that it's that you don't have all of the... I'm not sure that it's not that you can't see clearly, as the 2 of Swords says. This is the 2 of Wands, so it's a choice about action to take. It's just whether you really want to get into this, or is this another burden that you're taking on? So you might be unclear about that. Say if you've been in codependent relationships before, if you're an overgiver, you might be deciding on a relationship now, whether you get into it, whether you commit to it, and you're unsure of whether it's more of the same that you've experienced before. Well, let's find out what this energy is on the face of it. How do things look on the face of it? The Three of Swords, so you've been through some heartbreak. And the Three of Crystals, when it comes to other people, collaborations, relationships with other people, it's been heartbreaking, right? And so you might not have realized how you're doing it, how you're picking those people that are breaking your heart. That's how it appears on the face of it. Is you might do great when you're by yourself and independent, and then as soon as you get into collabs with other people or into a relationship with someone else, that's when things start to go wrong. So there's something in your energy, or something that you're allowing, or something that you're not clear about what you're picking, that is getting you into this. What's really behind this? What's really behind this heartbreak whenever you're involved with somebody else? So this could be friendships going wrong. It could be as soon as you do a project with someone at work that goes wrong too. It could be an ongoing theme for you guys, is that as soon as someone else is involved, that's when it all goes wrong. Knight of Crystals. This is about slowly, slowly, slowly. So you might be too fast to get into relationships or to say yes to collaborations. And the Six of Wands is about a victory for you. So there's two aspects here behind this. It feels to me like you're too fast, first of all. You should be taking things slower to make up your mind to get into a relationship. Don't be speedy about it. If we're choosing somebody, we need to see them in all lights. We need to see them in a lot of situations. And dating is not one of those situations, because when we're dating, we're trying to give our best self forward. And if you believe that's who they truly are, and if you believe that's who you truly are when you're in that initial dating stages, then it's not true, is it? You're putting your best mask on, putting your best self forward. It's a bit of a con job, really. What you want to do is see somebody in many, many, many different situations, and you might even need to trigger many of those situations too. So, for example, a narcissist. The way to find a narcissist is, don't always say yes, say no sometimes. Even if you want to say yes, say no sometimes, just to see how they respond to that. Have stronger boundaries. Show them a boundary and then see how they respond to that. Make them wait for something as well. Like I said, even if you don't want to wait yourself, make them wait for something just as a test. You want to see how they will react in that kind of that situation. If you're too fast to get into things, presuming that they're a good person and they're going to have good reactions to all of these things, but you never actually try them out on that. It's like giving a job to a person, and that just based on what they say. If they say, oh, well, yeah, I can do that, and I can do that, and I can do that. It's like, okay, well, I'll give you the job then, instead of trying them out. Well, show me you can do that, and show me you can do that. It feels to me like you need to take things slower. And then this one is saying, Six of Wands, you need to advocate more for your own victory, for you getting something from that. Let someone prove to you that they want to give to you. Make sure that it's a win-win situation, that it's not just the other person that's winning because they get to be with you. So needing to advocate for yourself more, go for what it is that you want out of a relationship more, get more selfish about it in a way. So there's that dual aspect about it here. You're rushing into relationships, presuming that they are of good character without testing them out. That's how it's leading to heartbreak. And another one is you're not advocating for yourself. So you might have low self-esteem, and when you're getting into a relationship, you're always thinking of whether they like you, whether they want you, that kind of thing. And you're never thinking, do I want them? Yeah, you need to be asking yourself, do I really want them? Presume that they want you, and ask yourself, do I really want them? Too many people not doing that. So what is the energy of the past for you? What's been in the recent past for you in this situation? It's all about your choices, right? It's all about your choices, this. Seems to me like you've been picking up burdens, right? That's why the Ten of Wands is out there. Two of Wands is about your choices. Do you burden yourself again with this kind of stuff, this heartbreak kind of stuff? Or do you hold your energy back? In the past, you got the Moon, so it was just unknown to you. You had no idea how you're getting into these situations over and over again. Hasn't been clear to you. Sun hasn't come out on that. It's not been revealed to you. Hopefully this reading will reveal it to you. What's coming in the near future for you? What's coming in the near future? Is the Star. Wow, wishes fulfilled. Well, that's good. So you're headed towards your dreams here. I like that very much. What is this also about? This reading. We've got a lot of cards out there already, but what is this reading also about? 2 more, wow. This is about Ace of Swords. It's about a new start, having clarity in your mind, about it's knowing what it is that you're doing so that you can have a new start and do it differently here. And the 3 of Wands. This is also about the 3 of Wands. There's a kind of a waiting energy of this 3 of Wands. Waiting for a new path to show itself. In other words, when you've got clarity of how you've been doing it, you don't want to just keep on as you were before. The clarity isn't going to change the energy. You might need a break. Because when we hold an energy, it manifests in the future, right? There's a bit of a lag time. And if you're just gaining clarity now, sorry, say you've been dating, and then you get clarity on this, and then you just carry on dating. You're not giving yourself a break for this energy, for the clarity to actually be fully present in your energy, for it then to manifest. You might carry on manifesting more of the same, which has value in itself, because you can put into practice the clarity that you've got, but you might not be actually manifesting it yet, because you'll be manifesting residual energy from before. I think this is about getting clarity on this now, but then kind of stopping and waiting for a new path, for a new way to be put forward. And that could be like stopping dating and just allowing the right person to come to you in the real world, and then getting to know them as a friendship kind of a thing, in a real situation, at work, or with a hobby that you've got, and going about things in a completely different way and waiting for that new approach, that new way. What are your fears? Well, I think we've got your fears right there. 3 of Swords, fearing the heartbreak again, and the burdens. Oh no, strength. So you're fearing that you're not strong enough for this. You're not strong enough to uphold those boundaries. You're not strong enough to be able to test someone like that, to be able to say no. Yeah, I'm picking up self-esteem issues. Because if you're a yes person, if you throw yourself into things too fast, that it could be because of this lack of strength. So you're fearing that you aren't strong enough to do this, to take this slow, considered approach, to be selfish enough to go for what it is that you want in a relationship and choose someone that's good for you, and to take a break and wait and do things differently. A new path, the 3 of Wands, taking a new path, starting out on a new journey, doing things a different way. What are your hopes? What are Crystal's hopes? Yeah, what are these hopes? This star that you're headed toward here. These hopes and wishes. Ooh. 6 of Cups. So you're hoping for like soulmate, twin flame. The perfect one for you. For the 2 of Crystals, for a choice, but this is about kind of not knowing the choice, a transformation. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the 6 of Cups, you're hoping for a twin flame, a soulmate here. So you're hoping for the right person to come along, as if that's going to solve your problems. And 2 of Crystals and transformation. So it's almost, I'm picking up that the 2 of Crystals, because that's an up in the air energy. I'm feeling like you're wanting this. You don't want to make the choice yourself. You don't feel strong enough to make that choice yourself, and so you're hoping it's going to be made for you, that just the right person comes along, that it magically transforms by itself. It's not going to do that. You're going to keep on manifesting what it is. So you're kind of wishing for it to sort itself out, as if it's going to do that. It's not true. You see, we meet this twin flame, this soulmate, the right one for us, when we've got ourselves ready, when we've put that work in, become this balanced person, and we've sorted ourselves out, and then we attract someone in like that, and that's when we can have that. So, yeah, that choice isn't going to be taken out of your hands. Well, let's get the outcome cards out here. What's the outcome of this? And I'll reveal these outcome cards in the deeper dive, don't forget. Oh, nice. I want one more out. What's the outcome for our crystals? And I'll get your bonus cards out, so stick around for that. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, you got some really nice cards there. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, okay. They are good cards, I like that. Your outcome is good. So tell us more. Let's get some bonus cards out for you guys. Crystals, tell us more for crystals. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. It's not about being a yes person. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So you need to be more challenging in a relationship. You need to advocate for yourself more, is what that's saying. Let's get you some of these out. What else? What else do crystals need to know about in all of this? Confusion. So you could be confused right now as to what it is that's going wrong. And romance. You know what I'm getting from this is overly romantic, and our overly romantic notion here is kind of coming out in this, wanting to meet your soulmate, your twin flame, and wanting the choice to be taken away from you. It's almost like, now can't I just still rush into relationships and say be a yes person, but the right person to come along so that it's not going to be a problem this time? The universe says no, it's going to be a problem each time that you rush in, because you need to be choosing. You're the creative spirit in your life. You know, source isn't doing that for you, you're doing it. So you're going to keep on creating what you don't want unless you're going about it the same way. Unless you're going about it a different way. Sorry. So I'm getting from this is overly romantic focus that you've got that's causing some of this trouble here, as well as the speed of it, and as well as the not advocating for yourself. But I'm going to get you some guidance out for all of this to help you to switch this in that deeper dive. So it sounds like it is your situation. You might want to get that. It's all about self-worth. Yeah, I was getting it. Self-esteem, self-worth. That's what's going on here. That's how you're out of balance. Look how much balance is in this card. The sun's right in the middle there. The only thing out of balance is the clouds. Everything else is completely balanced, and they're like put themselves on a pedestal there. They know what they're worth. And so self-worth is an issue here. Self-love as well. There you go. Self-worth and self-love is the issue here. Let's get into that in the deeper dive then. What else shall we? Let's get one of these out. What else? What else are crystals? Spiritual connection. So you have spiritual connections, right? This is what you need to know about this. You have spiritual connections even with the people that give you lessons. And so you might have a feeling about a person and they turn out to break your heart again. You weren't misled by that feeling of the spiritual connection, because we have spiritual connections with those that give us lessons too. So it's not like your intuition is off. You were right to get in those relationships, to get that lesson again until you truly get it. So let's get into that deeper dive so that you can truly get this lesson and turn it around. And practice compassion. See things from a fresh perspective. And this isn't about compassion for the other person. This is about compassion for yourself. Everything that you've been through, all of these heartbreaks, it's time you took care of yourself and your heart properly now, so that you don't keep on hurting that inner child over and over again, so that you're protecting them from that. So that practice compassion, but for yourself this time. That is about advocating for yourself, for your victory in a relationship, choosing someone that's really good for you because you deserve it. You know, it's about taking care of your inner child. If you have a small child and you are interviewing for someone to take care of them, you're going to be really selective in that. Same in relationships, friendships, everything for yourself. Be really selective and pick the best for you. So there you go. If that sounds like it is your story, or could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for some of that guidance in there. So let's get you to this place of this self-worth and this self-love, so that you have got a plan of action, how to change things here, switch things up so that you can have that relationship that you really want. I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of thing, so you do need to get your email address right, otherwise you're not going to receive it. Do type that in carefully. And the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So do check in those places. Promotions is Gmail. And in that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and the shell. Click on that crystal on a device where you can open PDFs. On a device that's up to date with the Adobe stuff, so you can look at the PDFs. And in the PDF, you'll see some information about the reading, a special free gift in there, and then a picture of a video. Click on the picture of the video, and you can watch it right away. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. How is this resonating with you? I love hearing from you guys, and it really helps my channel out too. Thank you for your ongoing support of my channel, all of you subscribers. And if you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week. I do a daily energy update for the collective as well, every single day of the year. And I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads. So come along in there sometime and I'll give you a mini read. So if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the flower and the Light Seers Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's do this full love Celtic cross for you. Now, as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. I'm going to do the full Celtic cross, but the outcome cards I'm just going to reveal in the deeper dive. And I'm also, after the Celtic cross in this video reading, the free part of it, I'm going to be pulling out some extra bonus love cards for you as well, so stick around for that too, to give you more clarity on the situation. In the deeper dive, I'm going to be going into, as well as revealing those outcome cards, I'm going to be going into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now, whether there's something you need to do to prepare yourself, or something to heal and let go of, another way of looking at it, or some action to take. Guidance for you in this relationship as well. What do you need to know about yourself? What do you need to know about them? Possible dynamics, how to make it work really well, and also how this might all play out along with possible timelines for that. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, there's going to be a link that pops up there. Find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below as well. So let's get your cards out. What is this all about, this reading? This is all about the King of Cups. This is someone that's in love with you. The Kings, to me as a reader, is always about someone else. The Queens generally tends to be our energy, although I do read the cards intuitively, so I get told what it's about each time I pick a card out. But this is someone that's in love with you. The reading is about someone that is in love with you. They've got a lot of feelings for you. There's a lot of love there for you. It doesn't have to be a masculine. Could be a masculine or feminine. It could be a man or a woman. But it's someone that is in love with you. So how do things appear on the surface? It appears that they're making a beeline for you, like this is really fast. It could be happening too fast. It could be someone that's got a crush on you, someone that's just moving too fast. Someone's just shown up and maybe they're like professing their feelings to you, and it's all a little bit too much, a little bit too soon. What's really behind that? The Knight of Swords. What's the big hurry here, mister? Page of Wands. So excited about it. Careful, this is a very rushy energy. It's not healthy, that rushing in. Page of Wands, very young, naive kind of an energy. It's a messenger though. They want to tell you. It's like it's got this very naive energy. It's got this very, well, let's just do this, you know, without thinking about the consequences, you know. It's not a mature approach, this. It's good that they're showing up as the King of Cups. There's love there. But this Knight of Swords and what's behind that, the Page of Wands, that's not mature energy. That's not mature energy at all. So you might want to slow this person down and get to know them better and let them get to know you. That would be a healthier thing to do, I would say. As exciting as it is to rush into things, if we rush into it, we don't really know them. When we first meet somebody, say dating or something like that, what we're really in love with is not them. We don't know them properly yet. Especially if we're dating, we're putting our masks on. We're trying to impress the other person. That's not who we really are. It's just a part of it. And so if we get into a relationship too quickly with someone, we get into a relationship with our idea of them. And you might have experienced that in the past, right? It's a very young, naive thing to do. Whereas really what you want is to really get to know them in many different circumstances, and you might even want to test them in that, like, you know, getting them to wait for something, or having some boundaries and seeing how they react to that, or saying no to them once in a while and see how they react to that in a lot of different circumstances. Once they're relaxed with you, once they've got to know you better and they can take that mask off, then you'll really get to know them. You might want to do that before rushing into it. Another thing is, love isn't everything for a relationship, right? These feelings, the King of Cups, all of these feels there. Can't necessarily explain it, it just feels right, that kind of thing. Heart on the sleeve kind of a thing. Well, that doesn't, for a good relationship, make. There's a lot that goes into relationships. There needs to be compatibility. You need to get to know someone slowly to see if they really are the right person for you, or if they've got red flags are waving. You know, people can hide those red flags in the early days so well. See if they've got toxic traits, or see if they're just not compatible with you. There's relationship skills as well, and you need to find out whether someone got that, and that takes time, you know. Have you had to negotiate something? Have you had to deal with a problem? Have you seen them in a stressful situation, how they handle that? You know, because if we're just like rushing into it, you might end up with a narcissist and you'll have no clue about it. And narcissists want to rush you into something as well, because they don't want to wait until you see the real them, because then it'll all fall apart. Just watch out. So the recent past, what is in the recent past energy here? Recent past, what's been going on? Heartbreak. Oh, it doesn't surprise me, especially if you've been open to this kind of a rushy kind of an energy. Heartbreak. So you might have been in this kind of situation before, going off your feelings too. They love me, isn't that great? I'll get into this fast because we'll just go on this feeling, so they must be my soulmate or twin flame. And then you get brokenhearted by it when you actually find out who they really are, and by then it's too late. You're already in a relationship, so you're picking up baggage from that, and you're having to, you know, you've already got an emotional attachment to them, and yeah, and then it breaks your heart. Love isn't enough. There needs to be a lot more involved in this. What's coming in your near future? Oh, there you go. Empress, this is you. So this is you realizing your worth, realizing your value. This is a mature you kind of thing, waiting for the Emperor. Now the King of Cups. The King of Cups is kind of heart on the sleeve kind of thing. The Emperor knows what he's doing. The Empress knows what she's doing too. So I feel like you're going to get to this Empress energy. You might get this King of Cups to get into the Emperor energy as well by being in the Empress energy. But this is all about you having boundaries. It's about you standing up for what it is that you truly want. It's about you realizing your worth. It's about you putting yourself on that throne and like knowing what it is that you want. That's great coming in the future. So you are going to be leveling up here, and it could be through having some boundaries with this person. Like, hey, slow down. What's the rush? Still going to be here next week, next month, next year. What's the rush here? And like I said, you might want to test them like that, because it really weeds out people with toxic traits. If you say no, or if you say wait to them, and if they can't handle that, you know, you don't want to be in a relationship with them, because it's going to happen down the line where they're going to have to wait for something. If they're having a temper tantrum at that, or worse still, if they withdraw the love, well, you know that they're not going to love you right for a relationship, because you don't want to be treading on eggshells all the time, right? And pleasing them. You need to see them displeased first. You might need to do that. Ooh, Hierophant. This is also about Hierophant energy. So this is about like locking something in. This is about a marriage. This is about who are you, and why are you going to commit to somebody here? Because this Empress energy is commitment to yourself. It's like realizing what you're worth kind of thing, and committing to yourself, which we always need to do before we get into a relationship. So this is about commitment. So this could be about this King of Cups, someone that loves you. There's a lot of feeling there, and there's a lot of love, but that is not enough. So you could be in this fantasy land with this person that's just come in and wants to rush things. You could be in fantasy land at the moment thinking, this could be commitment, this could be the one. But commit to yourself first. And if once you're committed to yourself first, what will you have this person do to get to know them? You want to see them in different kind of situations before you even, I would do it even before a date. I'm really particular, hey? I've got a really nice life. If someone wants to be in my life, they need to prove themselves to me first. But what are your fears in this situation? What are your fears? Flowers' fears. What are Flowers' fears? You fear choosing. Yeah, it's too early to choose this one. You cannot choose this person yet until you've got to know them more. You can't. Maybe you're fearing them having other options. Well, they might do. If they're a rushy energy, they've probably just done this to someone else recently. And they might do it to someone else next week too. You know? Be careful of someone that's in this rushy energy, because they're not necessarily choosing wisely, are they? If they're rushing into it, it shows that they're not choosing wisely. So what are they going to choose next week? Slow them right down. Yeah, so you're afraid of your choices here. And that might be because of this heartbreak in the past, but I would say it's too fast energy that has got you into that heartbreak. That's what it feels like to me. If you're in this situation again and someone rushing in, and it's exciting as it is, and you want to be all romantic and Disneyland and go, oh, but that feeling must mean that it's the perfect for me. Be careful, because you could be locking in a fantasy. We can't possibly know someone, and certainly not based on our feeling. As delicious as those feelings are, have them, but have your head on your shoulders too. What are your hopes? Oh. You're just getting one card out for each one. All the other readings have had like a few cards out. You're just getting one card each time. A very clear reading, this one. Your hopes are Queen of Swords. You're hoping to have your head on your shoulders for this one. You're hoping to have boundaries. You're hoping to do it differently this time. Yes, this is a rerun of similar energy, but you want to change the way you're going about it this time. Maybe that's why you're watching readings like this. You don't want that heartbreak again. The Queen of Swords is the one that has boundaries. She's stronger in herself. She knows. She's got her heart locked away in a thing here. Like, I'm not willing to open up my heart yet to you, because I need to be sure of it first. I don't want to get in the same situations as I have been before. I want great clarity on that first, about you, about where I'm going, about what this is that I'm choosing, and yeah, that's good. You're hoping for that. You're hoping to be stronger. You're hoping to have more clarity, hoping to have some boundaries there to this. Good for you. Don't let this one bamboozle you. No matter what his feelings are or what he's saying about how much he loves you. Slow this right down, I would say, but let's get into that in the deeper dive, where we'll also reveal your outcome cards. So let's get your outcome cards out now. And I do want more than one for this. Okay, you got 3. Ooh. Okay, yes. And then okay. It's a mixed bag there. I'll reveal those in the deeper dive. Well, let's get you some bonus cards out now. What else do you need to know? What else do flowers need to know in this situation they find themselves in right now? Only time will tell. You need to give this time. You might have come to this reading wanting to know whether this is going to work out, whether it's all going to work out for you. And this is saying, well, it's not about whether this is right for you. This is about your approach to these things. It's not about the person and this relationship. This is about how you get into relationships and how you choose. Remember, Source isn't the creator being for your life. You are. You're the one calling the shots. You're the one that is creating these things. And if you keep on doing what you did, you're going to keep on getting what you got, which is heartbreak. And so this is not about finding the right person. It's just like if you're kissing off toads, then you're going to find the right one that turns into a prince. It's not ever going to be true. Because if you're kissing toads, they're always going to be toads. None of them are going to be princes. You need to change what you do and stop kissing toads and go and find yourself a prince if you want a prince. Yeah, it's all about the way that you're going about it. So only time will tell. Try it out with this person, slow it down, do it in a different way. And then let them reveal themselves to you. Don't have an agenda. Don't be telling yourself, this is the one, this is my twin flame, this is my soulmate, which, like I said, you might become in this reading to find out if it is the one. But that's you in fantasy land, and this person is in fantasy land too. Healthy relationships requires a lot more than that. So forgiveness here. You need to forgive. Even if they're rushing, and then the reactions, yeah, so if you slow things down and they have a reaction to that, well, you might have dodged a bullet, right? You might need to forgive them. There's a spark for sure, right? There's a lot of feeling here. So there's feelings in between you. The universe wants you to get with this person to learn something, though. It could be to learn something. It could be to evade that narcissistic relationship this time. I'm not saying that this is a narcissistic relationship. I'm saying that you need to go in this eyes wide open and take it slowly to find out whether they are or not, and not just presume that they're not. And not trust those feelings and that the lust and all of that. Don't trust that. I'm not saying like don't trust your heart completely. The feelings have got to be there, but don't trust it by itself. You need the evidence from them too. You need to have your head screwed on your shoulders here. Caution, 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 caution. Absolutely. Caution, be careful. This is a gift for you, this situation. If nothing else, you might have the feelings, like the feelings are from a law of attraction thing, right? It's not, we don't have feelings, like we know that by now, right? We don't have feelings because they're our soulmate, because they're the right one to be with forever. We have feelings because it's the law of attraction. That's how the law of attraction works. This is saying like, get with this person because they're going to teach you a lesson, right? They're the next stage along the journey. This one will show you. Now, I'm not saying that this isn't the person that you're going to be with forever, but you need to go about this differently to find out whether they are that one. And either way, it's a gift to you. This relationship is a gift to you. Likewise, we don't go avoiding these as well. We don't go, well, I'm not going to go out with anyone until the right one comes along, because the right one will never come along. Because like I said, you're the creator of all of this. This is about you learning what it is that you're doing so that you can get into and choose a healthy relationship. What else? What else do flowers need to know here? Communication. Needing to communicate more. Interesting. The image of this, so they've got telephone, they've got letters, they've got a computer there, email, what was that? I don't know. Another letter, a mobile phone. So there's something in the communication here. What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's another telephone, it's just old school. Communication. You need to get to know this person, find out more about them, let them reveal themselves, take that slowly. What else is this about? And so, if you haven't talked to them yet, if you've just been messaging this person, there's that feeling there, someone that you've met on online dating or whatever, and it's never moved beyond the messaging part of it, you pick up the phone and talk to them, have a conversation with them. Or if you've done that and you haven't met them in person and had a face-to-face conversation with them, do that. Something in the communication there may be needing to take it to the next level. Because some people aren't who they seem. And they won't take it to the next level. They can't because their wife's there or something. Or because they're a 17-year-old boy and pretending to be a 40-year-old man or something, There's all kinds of stuff going on out there. Be careful. Lack of self-worth. Okay. I don't know which one this is. Maybe it's both of you, lack of self-worth. You might have been rushing into relationships because of a lack of self-worth. Something to check out there, but I'll get more into the guidance for you in the deeper dive for all of this. Joy, this is what you deserve, joy. But it's not insta-joy, right? Because it's fake joy if we get instant joy. It's like, oh, you can have joy right now, just take some drugs. But is that really It's not lasting joy, is it? And neither is this either, unless you let it unfold slowly. What else? Mistake and adventure. Yeah, so whatever, you're going to learn something from this if you go into it consciously, you know, and doing things differently. It might be a mistake, yes, but it might also be an adventure too, and we have adventures when we make mistakes as well. So you're going to be learning something in this relationship. Like I said, what is attraction about anyway? Why do we? I know the mechanics of it, pheromones and all of that, but why does it happen? Like, what's the instigator of it? Well, it's the law of attraction. The universe instigates it. But why are we attracted to something? Like I said, it could be that they're what we've been praying for and asking for, but it could also be that they've got the right lessons. They're just a vibrational match to us. Now, a vibrational match to someone that's codependent can be a drug addict. It can be a narcissist. And you're going to have feelings for them because of the law of attraction. That's not necessarily a good thing. So in this process, we've got to know ourselves and know what we are attracted to, know what our vibration is, and sort through all of those things. So our mistakes and our challenges, they lead us there. And the universe helps us out by giving us this strong attraction to somebody and giving us the feelings. So you could have a lesson for this person, they could have a lesson for you. But I can't tell you that. It could be a happily ever after, but you need to go down this path and find that out, and learning along the way. What else? Love endures. So be an advocate for your heart and keep on going on this journey. Don't give up on the love journey. Like, have your head screwed on your shoulders, but don't give up on this love journey. Love does not give up, there you go, or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So don't give up. Even if it's another lesson, don't give up, because it's going to get you to the outcome that you truly want, that commitment that you truly want. Just be careful. And I'm not saying be careful because they're not telling me a thing about him really. Only, or her, only that they're rushing in, and that should be a red flag in itself. Either way, it's a gift to you, right? So if that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive, and you want to know these outcome cards here, you might want to get that deeper dive. For more about this, for some guidance for you in this situation you find yourself in right now, let's get you on that right track. And for guidance for you in this relationship, let's find out more about this actual relationship, them and you, and possible dynamics, things to look out for, that kind of thing. And also how this might all play out, along with timelines for that. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box and in the comments below as well. It's an instant watch kind of thing. You do need to get your email address right. Type it in very carefully, otherwise you're not going to receive it. That email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder if you're on Gmail. Check in those places. In the email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. You click on that flower. On a device where you can open PDFs, and a device that's up to date enough to have those PDFs work properly once you're in them. Because when you're in it, you'll see it's got some information about the reading. It's got a special free gift in there, and it's got a picture of a video. Click on the picture of the video. If that clicking on the picture of the video doesn't take you to the video, then you need to do it on another device that can actually use PDFs properly, because it is a link, it's not a picture. It might appear to you as a picture, but it's actually a link. And so then you can watch the video. Ta-da! And so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. How does this resonate with you? Did you get any ahas from it? Love hearing from you, and it really helps my channel out as well, the YouTube algorithm. As does clicking on that subscribe button as well, along with that notification bell to hear more from me. I do a daily energy update every single day of the year for the collective. I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week as well, and I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. And so click on that subscribe button and that notification bell to become a part of that. I do mini reads in there, so come along to that show sometime. You'll see it laying in waiting on my YouTube channel. So you can click on that, remind me, I think it says on it, and get a reminder when I go live, and get a little mini reading from me as well. Something personal to you this time. So there you go. If this is where you're leaving me, then good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the shell and the Muse Tarot here, let's get your full Celtic Cross love spread out right now. So I'm going to do a full Celtic Cross here. But I'm not going to reveal the outcome cards for you. I'm going to reveal those in the deeper dive. Now, after I've done the Celtic crossbred in this video read, I'm also going to pull bonus cards out there as well, so stick around for that. And in the deeper dive, which is the extended reading that goes with this, I will reveal those outcome cards from your Celtic crossbred, but I'll also go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Whether there's something to heal, a process to go through, some action to take, whatever it is that you need to know right now. Guidance for you in this relationship as well, what you need to know about them, what you need to know about yourself, possible dynamics, how to make it work really well, and how this might all play out as well, with possible timelines. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, there's going to be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that in the description box below as well, and in the comments below too. So let's get into it. You've got your first card out already. What's this reading all about? It's about the Ten of Materials. It's about the happily ever after. This is about you having everything that it is that you want. You know, this is the tangible stuff. This is the beautiful lifestyle, the house, the car, the savings, the husband, the wife, the children, the family unit, just all of it. This is all your wishes right here. This is what it's about, no less, this reading. So is that what you've been wishing for? Let's find out. So how do things look on the face of it? For shells. Two voices, like you don't know, you can't see the way forward, you can't see what choice to make. Maybe it's not happening for you. You're like, well, I want this now, but how come there's nothing happening in my life? That's how it appears on the face of it anyway, like you can't see what choice to make. You don't see how you can choose it. Maybe that healthy relationship, or maybe you've already got your eye on someone and you don't see how to progress this forward. It seems like the choice is out of your hands, like it's up to them. But what's really behind this? Because it's always an illusion, that Two of Voices, you know, the blindfold's on, but it's not really, just not seeing something. You're not seeing the clarity, the way forward. What's behind that? You're getting one card out each time. It's interesting. The Three of Emotions, other people involved. That's what's behind it. There's other people involved here. So it appears like you can't make a decision, you can't see the way forward, you can't get this going because it's out of your hands, because there's other people involved here. So it could be your person. I'm getting a feeling that you guys, you want this 10 of Materials with someone that you've got your eye on here, but it's not happening. Why is it not happening? Because there's other people involved here, the Three of Emotions. So they could be in a third party situation, or they could have other responsibilities. Third party doesn't have to be a lover kind of thing. It could be, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be any kind of responsibilities, or say a problem with money at the moment. That can be a third party, so that their attention is diverted somewhere else. So it does feel to me like you're in a situation where it is out of your hands. They're coming forward for this 10 of Materials, but you've obviously got your sights set on someone and you want to have it all with them, with that 10 of Materials. So what's happened in the recent past? What's in your recent past? Well, a big offer, but many options out there. So your person might have many options. Five of Materials being left out in the cold. So there's a bit of a contradiction here, because there's a big offer there. Was that offer actually made? Or maybe it's just a hint of an offer there. But I feel like you can see something big coming from this. Like you could have it all with this person, the Ace of Materials, but there's other options out there. It's like they've got other stuff going on. This isn't necessarily someone that's choosing between you and someone else. I'm not getting that. But they've got other stuff going on, other responsibilities going on in their lives, so they're leaving you out in the cold. It's almost like your person wants this with you, but they've got other stuff going on in their lives. They've got other priorities going on in their lives at the moment, other options, having to sort that out first. So this is what's been going on in the recent past. Your person could be to and fro from that, this big offer, and the other choices. But this is your energy of feeling left out in the cold. So you've felt left out of things here, like you've not been chosen for this big offer, even though you might have talked about it with this person, this big offer, and realizing that you can have it all together and you both want it all together, but it's just not happening at the moment. But what about the near future? What's coming up in the near future for shells in this situation? The Hermit and the Ten of Emotions. Now there's a quietness about this. Okay, it's good that you've got the Ten of Materials and the Ten of Emotions out on the table, so you're right in thinking that this is your happily ever after. But the Hermit coming out with it suggests to me that you need to keep it quiet. So it could be you getting together with this person but needing to keep it quiet, on the down low kind of thing, or just keeping it to yourselves, you know. Sometimes it's good to really honor and respect a relationship and not go shouting about it. This is not about pretending that you're not with them kind of thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about when someone just wants to see you but they don't want to like admit it to anyone else. There's that, and that's not good energy, right? But there's also a keeping it to yourselves and being in this relationship, not shouting it out to the world and just allowing it to unfold, not gossiping about yourselves in a new relationship, which it might not appear so when you put it on Facebook straight away and stuff like that, but you kind of do. I mean, I've seen people do that. I've got Facebook friends that do that. They seem to be getting into a lot of relationships because they change their relationship status each time they do. You're not going to be doing something like that with this energy. You're going to be getting into that relationship for this happily ever after, but letting it unfold and keeping it a bit quiet. Now, there might be a need to protect this relationship as well, especially for this third party energy around it here. So you could be working together and you might want to keep it quiet. You might have mutual friends and you might want to keep it quiet. There could be an ex involved and you don't want to be in their face kind of thing. It's that kind of an energy. So you're going to have to keep this quiet. Keep it to yourself, but not like a huge secret kind of thing, but just letting it unfold and taking it slowly and not putting it out to the world so fast, you know. What is this reading also about? It's about the Ten of Materials, but what else is it about? It's about the Four of Emotions. It's about this love offer coming in, but it just doesn't seem to be happening yet. It's just, you know, it's like, when's it going to happen? When is it going to happen? It's slow, isn't it? You've got slow energy here. A big offer is coming, and I feel like you're holding out for that. You're obviously wanting this. Are they wanting it too? I don't know. I'm feeling your energy a lot in this reading, and not so much them yet. We'll get into that in a deeper dive then if it doesn't come out in the next cards. Okay, so what are your fears? What are your fears in this situation? I can imagine there'd be a few about other parties and different choices, and maybe about them not making the choice and stuff like that, or waiting forever. Your fears are about the reveal. So you're well aware of why you need to keep it quiet, why you'll need to keep it quiet. Now, it could be your person's famous. I hadn't thought about that before. You might need to keep it quiet for a while. So your fears are around revealing it to the world, letting people know. Now, it could be because there's some kind of, the third party thing, or there's something going on where there could be a lot of gossip, there could be a lot of criticism, that kind of thing. It could be about that. You'll want to keep it quiet. But you're worried about it getting repercussions from that. Maybe it's going to affect your career, their career, standing in the community. Could be the gossip thing and the... because if this third party is them in another relationship, or you in another relationship, could be problems around that with that other person. Anyway, your fears are of revealing it. So that makes sense why the Hermit cards come out. What are your hopes? Five of Emotions. And the Sun. Oh, that's a beautiful hope. So you're hoping for this ultimate happiness. Your inner children to be happy. So this person makes you really happy. And the Five of Emotions. You're hoping for this to come out of the cold, to open up your heart, to be able to defrost your heart, maybe to be able to reveal your feelings, to be able to be open about your feelings with this person. So there could be a lot of having to hold back, not being able to talk about it properly. It feels like to me that you're in a situation here with someone that's not yet available, and yeah, you've had to keep it all to yourself. That 5 of emotions, being left out in a way, you've had to close your heart down in a way to or not feel your feelings. Could have been a big weight involved in all of this as well. But you're hoping to defrost your heart. In this deck, it's that defrosting your heart, you know. And for this ultimate happiness, it's the inner child being happy, which is just everything, isn't it? So let's get your outcome cards out now. What is the outcome? I want to get you a few cards out. There we go. Let's have a look at what they are. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, love it. Ah, well, that's interesting. Okay, we'll put those cards down. And let's get you some bonus cards out. Tell us more for Shells. What else does Shells need to know in this situation? Right here, right now. So I wonder if there is a way you can move this forward. We'll find out in the deeper dive. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. There's this feeling now that I'm getting that you can't be together at the moment, but you think about each other all the time and you're aware of that. But communication could be very difficult at the moment, like not because of third parties and stuff like that, not able to have this open communication, but knowing that you've got this connection, both loving each other a lot in this situation, but unable to come to fruition to actually experience this in the full sense of a relationship at the moment. They are thinking about you and you're thinking about them. Your love fills me with light. I love you. They do love you. You love them as well. What else? What else does Shells need to know in this situation? So it's going to be very interesting in the deeper dive to find out how this is going to play out as well. Because it feels kind of stuck, doesn't it? But it does feel like you're going to get your wishes here in the near future. This is true love. It's true love. Beautiful. So there's your confirmation. But you need to guard your heart right now, and I think you're aware of that. I think you're both aware of that. You've got to protect yourselves at the moment. It feels like there's going to be gossip or something. There's going to be criticism, or it could be even worse than that, like affecting your careers or something like that if word gets out too soon. Let's get one more card out. And that matches this 5 of emotions as well. You're wishing to defrost your heart and be able to open up. You're hoping for effort here, effort to be made. So maybe you're thinking they're not making enough effort. It's being too slow to choose to detach from this third-party energy, sort that money out or that ex out or whatever, get that divorce through or leave behind those responsibilities to come forward with this offer. You could feel like it's taking a long time and you're wanting, maybe you're thinking they're not making enough effort there. Tell us more. Ooh. Never enough. So not being offered enough at the moment. This could be you feeling that you're never enough. I don't feel that. I feel it's what you're being offered. You see how she's sat on the throne now? That's you, like, knowing what you were and what the little that they offer you or people have offered you in the past. It just hasn't been enough. So yeah, maybe your standards are really high now and they need to come in with this real big offer. Maybe it's you that's been holding off, saying no, you need to sort yourself out first and come in with this big offer. I want the 10 of materials with the 10 of emotions. Until you're ready to give it me all, don't do it. There's a letting go to do. I feel this is your person here. They've got a letting go to do first to be ready. A letting go of the past so that they can be ready for you. I do feel like it's your person that's got a third party thing going on here. Defensiveness. So I need to defend yourself in this. Just defend your position kind of thing. Stick up for what it is that you want. There could also be this defensiveness of needing to defend yourselves in this relationship too, because people could feel all kinds of ways about it. Okay, let's get some more out. Let's get a couple of these out for you. I feel like this is your message to them. Anything else? No. I feel like this is your message to them, to take a chance on love. You want them to take a chance on love. You want to start this journey out in that boat. Reminds me of the Six of Swords there, of the universe helping you out, taking you from the choppy waters. So look at that paradise that's ahead here. I do feel like you've got this coming. It says when we love, our lives are changed forever. I feel like your life is going to be changed forever, but you're just in this in-between right now, aren't you? So let's get you some guidance for that. Guidance for you where you're at right now. How can we move you forward? Can you indeed move it forward? Because it appears here on the surface with this Two of Voices that it's not yours to move it forward, that it's there. It's their turn to take action. But we can get you prepared for that, right? There might be energetic changes that you can make to get ready for this, or a different way of seeing it, possibly. Or there could be some action for you to take as well. Let's find out anyway in the deeper dive. Let's find out about this relationship, about you guys together, the dynamics and all of that, how to make it work really well. And let's also find out how this is going to play out along with timelines. So if you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below. That is an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to get your email address right, so be carefully type it in, otherwise you're not going to receive it. The email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. Promotions is Gmail, by the way. And in that email you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. You need to click on that shell on a device where you can open PDFs, on a device that's up to date with the Adobe stuff or the operating system, so that you can view that. And for it to work properly in there. Because in that PDF you'll see some information about the reading, you'll see a special free gift in there, and you'll see a picture of a video. Click on the picture of that video and you can watch it right away. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there and leave a comment. Let me know what you're going through here. I love hearing from you, and it really helps my channel out as well. Thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. You're all very much appreciated, each and every one of you. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do a daily energy update every single day of the week, of the year, in fact, over the century. And I do 3 of these pick a card reads a week. And I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads, so I'd love to see you in there. Come along sometime. So if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly.